What are your plans and ideas for the Philippines and Israel?
Thank you very much, Sito, for the question. It's a big question. My vision is actually looking towards the issue of innovation and technologies, because we're now the middle of the 21st century. Technology is a solution for everything. We saw it during the pandemic. Technologies for the vaccines, digital health, remote sensing. It's about technologies and it's about best practices. And I believe that Israel, being a global hub of innovation, and you mentioned that, what was the reason for Israel becoming a global hub of innovation is a stress. It's on one side, the political, strategic, or security-wise, because of our neighboring countries. And when Israel was established, it's an island economy, but it's also the stress, the climatic stress, because Israel is a dry area. It's an arid zone, so not enough rainfall. How do you develop agriculture? How do you have enough water supply? So we have to develop all kinds of solutions, which are based on technologies which were developed in Israel for the Israeli situation. I believe, and my vision is to create bridges of innovation between the two countries, and to get innovators of the Philippines work together with Israeli innovators in order to develop solutions for the local challenges here in the Philippines. You have seen in the picture, for an example, a program where we receive in Israel more than 400 students of agriculture every year for a program of learning by doing. They are there for 11 months to understand the Israeli approach to agriculture. It is technologies, it is best practices, but it's also a mindset which says agriculture can be an income. It should be a business. So agriculture is a commercial activity. It's not just backyard farming. It's something that we have to make a living, and we can improve the standard of living by using technologies, practices. And these 400 students come back every year, another batch. They come back here to the Philippines and they contribute to the development and improving the effectiveness of the agricultural sector. This is just one example. I have many more examples.
What is the one thing you want to achieve, at least in the next 6 months or year, in your posting here as ambassador, at least for the first 6 months?
Well, thank you, Sito. If I may, I want to say one more very short message. The Israeli government is seen in the Philippines an important partner. And the relations are really enhancing in the last few years. And we opened 2 new offices here in the Philippines within the embassy a year and a half ago in the middle of the pandemic. One was a representation of the Israeli Ministry of Economy in order to enhance trade and economic partnerships. And the second one is a representative of the Israeli Ministry of Defense in order to support government to government and sector on the defense industries, defense area, because these are the 2, I think, critical elements of our relationship which we are focusing at. So this is the first part, and this will be the direction in the coming years, enhancing this exchange. My own vision for the coming months is to create bridges of innovation between Philippines and Israel. I'm going to invite some people, very sort of key players in the Philippines on the area of innovation. We're going to have a few meetings. We are already negotiating an agreement between our 2 governments on partnership on the area of innovation. So for me, innovation is the most important part, which I would like to see in the coming few months growing and creating stable bridges of innovation. This is for me the main goal in the coming year.